Hi, Misfits.
Hey, Misfits.
This is a crime couch for all.
A crime couch for everybody.
Because I think we usually do these just for Patreon subscribers, but we just thought we'd do like a fun little bonus Horrorwood Hump Day midweek video.
I love it. That's fabulous. And we just had a big experience, so I feel like...
It's Crime Couch Ambies edition.
Crime Couch Ambies edition.
Let's preface this by saying we lost. I wanted to do the Demi Moore like loser pose when she was in her bathrobe with her fries, and I wanted Matt to take a picture, but he was already asleep when I got home that night.
Damn it!
But I have my robe now, and
you look amazing. This is great. This is fabulous. Mimosas in the afternoon.
Yum. Yeah, we just want to like tell you guys what it was like and what we did. So we were nominated for Best Indie Podcast Host. And let's just talk about like the ride there.
Okay.
The showing up, the red carpet. Okay.
I came to Kate's at about 3 p.m. the other day.
We're going into real details. We had a little charcuterie. We had a little champagne.
We had a charcuterie out. There was pepperoni. There was salami. There was crackers. There was cheeses. Breeze. Delicious. Champagnes. She had a spread. Olives. It was amazing. I loved it.
And then
we blasted Lady Gaga.
Oh, yeah, we did blast Lady Gaga. Well, Frankie, you should have thought about this before
thought about it.
You tried to say
Sometimes we have to think before we do.
Oh, well, she's stuck in here now.
Yeah. And we got a car.
Yeah, can you let her out?
Yeah.
Yeah, we had to let Frankie out. Sorry about that.
Yeah.
So, yes, we got a car to take us down to McCormick Place, which was enormous. So here's the problem. So we're in our car, and it's like it's just a very quiet, like nice. We got a fancy car, and there was a sign outside the door of McCormick Place, like, "Hey, this is where you get out." Wasn't where you should get out.
Yeah, it was a little far back. And
Kevin was a little bit unwell.
So I have a thing with my foot called gout. I'm not scared to say that out loud.
Okay.
I don't care. And it affects a lot of different. You know, it happens to not everybody, Jesus. It happens to everyone. No, I just had a gout attack in my foot, and it's hard to walk.
I heard it's like walking on glass.
It is. There are times when I've had flare-ups that I wish someone would literally cut my foot off.
Oh my God. Because he was walking with a cane.
I had a cane, but I was wearing my Converse platforms. I am not going to ever forget those.
He was like, I'm not going to miss this night. I will get this cane overnighted from Amazon, which you did. I
have blisters between my toes.
No. So we get out where the sign is. Doors are open. We walk in. There is no one there. Like,
there was nobody.
A soul. And I'm like, because it's not like we were early. We were like a half hour past the start time.
Yeah.
Like the start of the check-in. So we're wandering around, then we just keep on walking. There's more signs, like there's arrows. We're walking. We basically walk the entire length of McCormick Place.
Yeah.
And for those who are not familiar with McCormick Place, just know that it is massive.
It's giant. I was excited to be at McCormick Place, though, because I'd never been to McCormick Place. You always hear it. You always pass by it on Lakeshore.
Yeah.
You know.
But you don't go in.
But you don't go in there. The fuck?
So we find these two guys who are also looking like they don't know where to go. And they're like, hey, are you guys here for the Ambies? We're like, yeah. Do you know where to go? Apparently you had to go up the escalator.
Upstairs.
I don't remember that in the email.
Missed that.
But we get there. People. We check in.
There's a ton of people up there, yeah.
We got a little Ambies bracelet.
Ambies bracelet. I still have mine.
Obs, yeah. I'm going to have it forever.
I don't know why I said that.
And I give them my name, and they're like, okay, you're media center, so here's this. And I was like, did I register wrong? Because, like, we're not media. And so he checks in, they say the same thing. And so then I'm thinking we're going to the wrong spot because there was 2 different doors.
Yes.
And we go into media center, and that's the red carpet suddenly. I was not prepared.
I wasn't prepared for the red carpet either.
I felt like I looked like shit. There's no mirrors or anything.
Well, and there wasn't really, at that point, there wasn't anybody there was like one person in front of us.
Yeah, so you couldn't like watch to be like,
yes,
what are they doing? I'm never posed on a red carpet.
The red carpet lady did say, she's like, I love your pants and your shoes.
Nice.
So I got a compliment for the red carpet lady.
Of the red carpet lady.
I love her. But no, yeah, you're just kind of, they took our names, they showed the iPads to the camera people.
They had
our names, yeah.
I say that I haven't done a red carpet. I've never posed, but I did end up accidentally on a red carpet.
When?
So when I lived in LA, my friend Rodrigo came to visit, and he had a friend working on the production of the People's Choice Awards. And so that crew member had invited us as guests. So we got to like sit and watch the show. And so we're all dressed up and everything, you know, and we got a car. We went down to can't remember where it was. But we go to the awards, and we were running a little bit late, and where the car let us off was literally on the red carpet.
Oh shit.
And so we are in this line, and I was like, what do we do? He goes, we just own it. We just pose. I was like, what?
That's amazing.
And they're saying everyone's name, like you tell them your name. And I was like, where are you going to say that we're from? Because they're all like, this is Deborah Messing from Will and Grace. She was like right in front of us.
Oh my God.
And Rodrigo goes, I'm going to say I'm from Chicago. He goes, they don't know that I don't mean the musical. And so we get up there and like Rodrigo Cruz and Kate McCoy, and we are just like posing. And I'm sure they're like, who the fuck are these people?
Do you have those pictures?
I have pictures that we took. I don't know where the ones they are.
Somewhere on somebody's computer
like,
are pictures of you.
Like, this girl's from Chicago.
That's the best thing.
Maybe she was Velma. No, but that I did end up accidentally on a red carpet. But no, I just didn't expect it. Like, I wasn't ready for it.
You weren't ready for it, yeah.
And it was so fast. And they're like, look at this camera, look at this camera, look at this camera. And I was just like, ah.
Oh, God, I know I looked ridiculous.
So bad.
I hope we don't see those photos.
Ever. I hope they never see that. Well, since we lost, they're probably like, we don't need those pictures.
They don't give a shit about And that is fine.
It absolutely is. But it was cool, just like the welcome reception.
It was cool.
Talk to people, talk to people from other podcasts. We ended up sitting at a table with two awesome women.
From Pittsburgh. I
have been listening to their podcast all day today.
Yeah?
So their podcast is called Cement City. It was up for Podcast of the Year and I think script writing fiction.
Oh, yeah.
Or no, sorry, script writing nonfiction.
Nonfiction.
But they went to this town in Pennsylvania called Denora and basically moved there for like 3 years, bought a house, became part of the town because they wanted to like document a dying town and like places that are being abandoned. It's amazing. So Cement City, it's like 10 episodes. I'm on episode 3 now.
Wow.
It's really good. So it was just cool to like meet people from different shows.
Different podcasts. And we saw a lot of celebs in that
It was
room.
cool because like where we were sitting at the welcome reception, it's not that big of a room because it's like curtained off to make it smaller. Yeah. And like all the celebrities were just like right there.
It was so cool.
Tig Notaro. Ira Glass. Matt Rogers. And then the other celebs that ended up popping up, I didn't even know. They don't tell you who the presenters are going to be. So they shuffle everybody into the theater, which they needed to consolidate those seats, I felt. They were kind of spread out.
They were really spread out.
It's like very wide.
Yeah.
But we get into the theater and Tig Notaro was hilarious.
Oh my
I thought
God,
she was amazing.
Was so funny. I
loved her.
Loved it.
And then Ronan Farrow was a presenter. John Cryer was a presenter. I'm also a huge fan of Guy Raz because I love How I Built This. And he won 2 awards that night. I couldn't believe it that he was just like right there. Ira Glass was...
he won
they honored him with the Governor's Award. Sam Sanders with the Impact Award. Trying to think of who else. Matt Rogers won and presented. So Kevin's like freaking out about Matt Rogers.
I love Matt Rogers. I think he's fabulous. I love Las Culturistas, which he does with Bowen Yang, which is the one that won. Yeah. So I was just like, blah, because we were sitting in the media area, and you were like, I recognize that guy.
I was like, that looks like a guy I used to work with, because he actually does look like a PA I used to work with. And I was like, but I know it's not him. And then when you were like, oh, that's Matt Rogers, I was like, okay.
There we go.
I was like, I knew I'd seen that guy before.
Yeah, he's funny.
It was really cool. It was a fun ceremony. At the end of it, we were just like, oh my God, that was so fun.
That was great. It was really cool to just sit there, watch it all unfold. When they announced us, they actually because for some of the categories, they were just putting the names up there on the screen.
Yeah.
But for our category, it was like they said our name And then they
little
played
clip.
a little clip of our podcast.
Yeah, it was really fun. It was
I
cool.
love it.
My family was watching on the live stream, so they got really excited
That's
at that.
Hi, Kate's family on this one too.
Hi, my family. Yeah, that was really fun. And so then afterwards, like Wondery had a lot of shows up for nominations, and so there was a Wondery party. We weren't invited.
We heard in passing of the Wondery.
I was
party.
like, oh, there's a Wondery party. We're not invited there. Unless Wondery wants to bring us along.
Wondery.
Hey, we're here.
Email us.
At horrorwoodpodcast@gmail.com.
Oh.
But yeah, so then we're deciding where we're going to go for dinner. You had never been to Duck Duck Goat.
Never been to Duck Duck Goat. So we went. We took a car there.
We took another car there, obviously, because we didn't drive. And we get to the restaurant. I'm not paying any attention. They're like, hey, your table's going to be ready in a couple minutes. Just go hang out at the bar. So we're hanging out at the bar. And Kevin leans over. He's like, look to your left. And I turn.
And we were standing directly behind Matt Rogers.
Well, like next to him. Because he was seated at the bar. We're like here.
Yeah, we were. Yeah. But like a seat away.
Yeah.
It was crazy.
There he was. So.
I didn't want to say anything because I didn't want to be weird. I didn't want to be one of those weirdos.
Well, he was also like with his guy. And
with
so
people, yeah.
They were having a moment.
Right.
And
that's not something you interrupt. So we did it. But yeah, so we sat down. I had a glass of sparkling rosé. Kate got a Cabernet and walked me through the menu as a seasoned Duck Duck Goat.
I do like Duck Duck Goat. And yet again, here's the thing. I've been there several times. Every time I burned my mouth on the first bite. Did it again. Texted Matt and was like, well, burned my mouth on the first bite. My gums are a mess.
Shit.
They're a mess.
You really burnt yourself that bad?
Oh, when I was brushing my teeth that night that we got back,
Oh.
I was like, did I cut my gums or something? So I was like, why is this
feel
so
it.
painful?
Oh, God.
Blisters. It's a mess in here.
Okay.
Anyway, that was the Ambies.
That was so much fun. Also, the restaurant was amazing. A lady came out of the restaurant and we were waiting for our car, and she was like, I just want to say you both look great, and hopped in her Uber and like
and it
flew
literally
away.
made
our night. Thank you,
we were like,
stranger.
thank you.
But yeah, it was so much fun. I literally had the best time. Thank you, Kate. I think we had a fabulous evening.
It was awesome.
Yeah.
Thank you to all of our listeners
And thank
who
you
even
guys.
listen to. This is why I was kind of bummed that we didn't win, because I really wanted to be like, we want to thank the Misfits out there.
Misfits.
Because without you guys listening, we wouldn't be nominated
anywhere.
for anything, because
Right.
no one would care. So thank you guys. This is our thank you speech to you. We love that you tune in every week.
Yes.
This is a little bonus. And anything else to add?
I don't think so. I love you guys. Thank you so much. This is fabulous. I love it. And I love you. And keep listening. And
I love how
that's why Kate,
anything else to add? And he's like, no, I love you guys. Thank you so much. This was amazing. 5 minutes later.
I'm like 10 minutes in. I have like tears rolling down my cheeks. You're on a second mimosa.